everybody. How's it going? My name's Leyla Seka. I run desk.com over at Salesforce. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about how you can use customer service to have it as a differentiator in your business. Hold on, need my deck. There it is. Okay. I just took over desk.com. I've been at Salesforce for 6 years, and before that I built the App Exchange. So I spent the last 6 years talking to small businesses about how they grow and what they need to do. And the funny thing is, 6 years ago, customer service was kind of just a box you checked that, yeah, you did it. And things have changed significantly. And now companies that are leveraging customer service and customer engagement to really redefine themselves are winning. And we're going to talk about that today. So first off, Salesforce is a publicly traded company. Please don't make any investment decisions based on what I'm saying right now. You can read more about this on our website. Off we go. All right, let's talk about the evolution of customer service. It really began in the 1980s when people started putting 1-800 numbers on products. I remember when my mom first saw the 1-800 number on a tube of Colgate and was all hysterical and excited that she was going to get free toothpaste if she called it, which of course is not what happened, but the idea was there, right? Companies started understanding that engaging with your customers was a smart way to keep them. As we moved through the 90s, we saw the introduction of multi-channel, we saw email, and then really the 2000s is when everything changed. With the advent of social channels like Facebook and Twitter, all of a sudden the brand was no longer owned by the company, but was owned by the people using it, because they could disrupt the company's whole vibe by simply tweeting that they didn't like something, or their guitar got messed up on United Airlines, or they were a nanny having trouble at Bank of America, or whatever it was. They took control, and that was a really pivotal moment for all of us. Because all of a sudden, it was important to be everywhere your customers were. And today, that's even more the case with the introduction of mobile. Now we're on our phones constantly. We're all engaged all the time. And you need to think about how you're going to engage with your customers. And as a small business, that's hard. There aren't that many of you. I have a lot of friends that are starting companies. There are 3 or 4 people out there trying to be the CEO, the product lead, the customer service agent. That's tough, and you want to look big. You want to punch above your weight class as a small business and make sure that you're putting the best foot forward and really emphasizing customer experience and customer support. So that's how you use applications and tools to help you do that more effectively. So when we talk about this, when we think about this, we really think about the notion of whole company support. Everyone is engaged in the cycle of engaging with your customers, because the perspective of the CEO is going to be far different than the perspective of the support agent. But in a small company, you need all that perspective, right? CEO might have had a very important meeting the day before and knows something new about the customer and wants the support experience to be slightly different. So you really, really need everyone in the company to be engaged in the process. So when we talk about the imperatives of customer service, it really kind of distills down to these 3 things, and we'll jump into these in a wee bit more detail. But you got to know your customers, you got to listen to where they are and respond to them, and you got to use the data you're getting to make better decisions. This may seem kind of JV or easy, but it's not. If you do it, it can be. It's not necessarily easy, and if you do it right, it can be a huge differentiator. So let's drill in a bit on how you can get to know your customers more. The notion of a 360-degree view of your customer is not new, right? You need their contact name, you need their email, you need to know where their address is. And by the way, if any of you need a CRM system to do that, I know one. It's pretty good. But you got to go further now. You got to know where they're hanging out online. You got to know what they're tweeting. You got to know what they're buying. You got to know if they're complementary products that make sense to get closer. If you look at Zappos, that site's just awesome, because every time I go there, the first thing I'm served with is a whole bunch of things I want to buy, right? Because they know what I'm buying and they're paying attention to me. We need to pay the same level of attention. And when you think about a company that's doing this very interestingly, it's Hotel Tonight. Hotel Tonight is like a booking service. So I decide today that I want to go to Napa and I want a hotel tonight. I go to Hotel Tonight, I find a great room, super fancy at a great price, and I book it. These guys, they are right there. Their things are going on that day. And what they were able to do by using the right tools and the right applications was to bring their average handling time or response time down to 10 minutes, which is pretty important, because if they stood on industry standard, which is 25 hours, they wouldn't be Hotel Tonight, they'd be Hotel Tomorrow, and their whole business model would be shot, right? So here's a way where you can look at customer service and customer engagement and really change the game for yourself. Second up is responding on any channel. And, let's get into this a bit. It seems kind of intuitive that you would be on Twitter and you would be on Facebook and you would be everywhere your customers are listening to what they're saying. Sure. But it goes a step beyond too, because as you're starting a small company, you're thinking about your support system right now. Okay, we need support, we need to listen to multi-channel, we need to be involved. But you also want to make sure that whatever caliber of support you set forth in the beginning, you can maintain going forward as you grow. And that's really important when you're considering your customer engagement philosophy for your company as it is today and how it's going to grow. So a company, again, just a great example of a company that's done this very well is Pandora. Pandora's internet radio, I'm sure you guys all know them. They're over in Oakland. They just put their name on a building. They're great. And what they did very quickly is they went from 11 agents to just under 40. And they did that incredibly fast. And one of the hallmarks of that effort for them was maintaining the same level of support no matter how fast they were growing or how many inquiries they were getting from their customer base. So that, again, is a way to take customer service further into customer engagement and make sure that you're planning appropriately as you grow and as you think about the future. Third, and candidly, in my opinion, I think this is the thing that everyone really is not doing well. And this is the key differentiator of really engaging with your customers. And that's looking at the data and listening to the data. You can take all the data, and yeah, we all know if you have a good customer support experience, you sell bigger deals and you keep customers longer. Sure, that's proven, we know that. Here are the pieces people don't think about. If you funnel customer support information back into your product organization, regardless of the methodology you employ, whether it be Agile or Waterfall or MVP, whatever it might be, your product managers build better product. And they're not just getting their information from the loud sales guy or the 3 customer visits they did, but there's a continuous stream of information for them to get better sense. Oh, this button's too big. This particular workflow didn't work appropriately. People are getting stuck here. The more they see that, the more your product organization can react and build better product. This is how you differentiate, right? Also with this analytics, and this is another thing that I think all small businesses should think about. I certainly have throughout my tenure. It's like, what's the analytic we can all get behind, right? Obviously, making money is critical, and we all know that, but what is the thing that the bigger goal? Is it having the most satisfied customers? Is it engaging the community as hard as you can, or whatever that thing might be that you can leverage the information you get out of a customer engagement tool to help you rally your company, no matter how big it is, around. Those companies with a bigger purpose tend to do better, and these analytics can serve that. So if we, another great company that's doing this very well is Snapchat. Snapchat's engaged with their customers. They're listening to them. And they feed this data back to their product organization constantly so that they can think about ways to make the whole process work better so that their end users are happy. The end user is the number one person here. You have to win the end user, you win the deal, you win it all, right? And a company like Snapchat's well aware of that, and they're using customer support information to feed their product and make sure it does well. So if we go back again, it really comes down to these 3 things, but thinking about your strategy as a small company for how you're gonna engage, how you're gonna make this happen, and how you're really gonna delight your customers in a different way. Engage with them. Make them feel like they're your friend. That will help, and they will like it. Everyone likes to feel a deeper connection, and this lets you do it. So it kind of goes without saying, but all of the customers I just went through are desk.com customers. They all use our solution to help them do that. So I would encourage you to come to our booth and let's talk to you. Let us talk to you and try to help you figure out how we can help you be more successful and really connect with your customers. Thank you very much. Hope you guys have a great day.